Hello my spooky friends! Today I'm going to be following one of JayBeeDel's tutorials. I will link it down below if you want to go do it yourself. This one is different from his. I did end up changing the design, etc., but it is still following his tutorial for Procreate. I wanted to learn how to play with letters in Procreate, so this was my first attempt. Here I went ahead and added letters, dropped in the word that I wanted to make, which was create. I decided to make each letter separate and make it, askance from each other, just askew, and then add my own flair to it with my own style. Give each letter some wrinkles, change the thickness of the lines, just make it more my own. Then I created a gradient effect by putting in 3 different colors on a layer and then using Gaussian blur to create sort of a nice subtle shift in the color to make it more of a gradient. Afterwards, I made a splat design with some little splatters outside of it, some little holes on the inside of it in a contrasting color. So we've got the green to yellow with purple as the backdrop. At this point, we created a second layer copy of the letters themselves, made it black so that we could create a cool looking sort of shadow effect. I went through personally and did detailing on each individual letter, giving it more of that wood grain sort of style that I am very fond of doing. I did this to every letter. And you'll see that I actually missed the last half of the word, but I do go back in the end and add in the details for those letters as well. It was at this point that I decided, this isn't quite spicy enough. I need to go ahead and make it spicy. So I dropped in my little Boo King from one of my other projects and resized him, kind of moved him around behind create, and then I decided that I didn't want it to just say create, I wanted to make it a phrase. So create for the love of it. Again, my handwriting, don't make fun of me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this process. So, I resized that. I changed the angle that it was going. I wanted it to look like a full piece. You can see here I'm adding the rest of those details. But I want this to look good, and I want it to translate whether it's a print, a sticker, maybe I want to put this on a mug. I think that would be pretty cool. So I finished detailing it. I went around the splat piece as well, added some details to that, made it a little more, gave it a bit more depth, gave it some shading, gave it the wood grain sort of look that I like to do with shading. Did that around every single hole, every little splatter, all over the entire thing. I just really wanted this piece to be cohesive, and you could tell that even though the Boo King wasn't originally a part of it, I wanted it to feel like it was all meant to be together. So I played around with that, finished up the detailing, did a bit more tweaking, but in the end, this is how it turned out, and I'm actually really pleased with how this looks. This is definitely a favorite piece, and I think I might even put this on a mug. I think that would be fun. Or slap it on a sticker on the back of my car. It's a fun piece, and I really like it. And I thoroughly encourage you to go check out the tutorial that I linked below by JayBeeDel. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely take 2 seconds, just drop a like. It really helps me out, and it does help out the channel a lot. Until next time, I will see you folks later. Bye.